नमो भगवते तस्मै कृष्णायाद्भुतकर्मणे रूपनाम विधेतेन जगत्क्रीडति यो यतः।
Thank you, Jayalakshmi. Now I request our dynamic head of the department, Dr.P. Srinivasan sir, to give the welcome address.
Good afternoon to one and all present here. Welcome to our chief guest, respected chief guest, sir. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome our dynamic secretary, Sri Ashok Kumar Mundraji, our beloved principal, Dr. Santosh Babu, respected staff members and my dear students, Neuberg group participants who are involved in organizing this webinar within a very short notice. So I should really thank the Neuberg crew team for making this event a happening one in a very short duration, thanks to the efficient organization of the program by the Neuberg crew team. So this webinar is organized by the Institution Innovation Council in collaboration with our department as a part of series of programs organized under that IIC banner of our college. So this IIC, Institution Innovation Council, under the auspices of Ministry of Human Resource and Development, Government of India, it just aims to foster the culture of innovation, the entrepreneurial ecosystem, the startup for at the younger minds, both at the higher education level and also those who have completed the degree, who are into the entrepreneurship and Make in India or the Make Up India or the Startup India program level. So this series of programs organized under this IIC banner helps to foster the requirement of all those people. What are the requirements? What are the various aspects they need to look into? How to get prepared for each of those type of requirements for their own startups and entrepreneurships. So I'm very glad that our distinguished speaker of the day, Mr. Vertivelan, who is a renowned industrialist in the animal feeds and supplements, through his rich experience and vast knowledge on the various aspects of the livestock and the poultry industry, which is one of the largest and the most influential industries on the planet, especially if you see the Western countries whose staple food itself is the non-vegetarian food. So they need a very strong livestock and poultry industry when compared to our own country, where we have both, I should say, equal amount of vegetarians and the non-vegetarians. The prospect of this industry, though the population of our country is very huge, the prospect of this industry is also very bright in our country. And in this very rapidly changing agricultural environment with all this water scarcity and water resources and other issues, electricity problems, financial problems, availability of the fertilizers, seeds, etc. to the farmers. So they need to make some strategic decisions for their animal feed to keep their business very profitable, be it of the cow, the buffalo, bull, they are using it for plowing, or whether they are using livestock or cattle feeds. So there is very important aspect for the current day farmers to be having a knowledge, thorough knowledge about how to maintain these animal feed business very profitable. So the cost of this feed, there are various aspects of the feed which needs to be concerned in this aspect of the farmers. The feed cost represents the greater portion of the overall cost of the animal development. They should have a proper knowledge and experience in this area to increase their profitability, the efficiency, and the sustainability of all these things. So this is a very I hope the speaker will be addressing the various tips and tricks he has gained over his vast experience in this field with the participants, so that they'll get an idea about how to go about it, in how to go about a livestock and the poultry industry. What are the requirements? What are the necessary legal registrations and permissions? How do you register a company, or how do you do a market research? How to employ the personals, and how to get the equipment, the location, the supply and the raw material, and so many other things, the cost factor, the hygiene factor and the cattle feed. There are different things that are there, the equipments, all those things. So where to get the licenses? They should. I hope he'll be throwing a light upon the various aspects of a step-by-step guide to how to start a cattle feed business in India and how to make it more profitable and financially viable, so that the farmer or anybody who is starting up this program will be benefited out of that. So on behalf of our Neuberg crew and our department, my staff members and students, I once again welcome you, sir, Mr. Vertivelan, to share your valuable knowledge through your experience to the participants of this today's program organized under the IIC. Thank you for accepting our invitation within a short notice and joining us, sir. I hope the participants will enjoy the session, and I hope that I want students to ask questions. Like, this is a new area which you have not been studying in your curriculum. So though you may not be thinking about planning a startup or entrepreneur, whatever it is, you don't know. Maybe you will start, maybe you don't know. But you should get the ideas and the experience and all the tips that he's going to give, so that in case if you are going to start it, it will be very helpful to you. So I thank you once again for giving me this opportunity. Over to the organizers.
Thank you, sir. Success is no accident. It is hard work, perseverance, learning, studying, sacrifice, and most of all, love of what you're doing and learning to do. Now I request Dr. M. Kavitha, Assistant Professor, Department of Biochemistry, to introduce the speaker of the session.
Thank you, Harini. Good afternoon to one and all present here. It is my great pleasure to introduce the speaker of today's webinar, Mr. V. Vertivelan, sir. He is a native of Viluppuram district, Tamil Nadu, and basically a botanist. He completed his B.Sc, M.Sc, and M.Phill program during the period 1969 to 1977, after which he served for 10 years in renowned food industries like Ajinomoto, Burns, Philip India, and Food Fermentation Limited. Later, he became associated with animal feed and supplement industries. In the past 20 years, he has worked for organizations like Chemin, Bentoli, Nutricon Animal Health, and Novus Animal Nutrition. While he was working, Sir has received numerous awards for his contribution and innovation in animal feed industry. To name a few, Gold Medal in Chemin Industries for new product development, Achievement Award for Mineral Export to USA, and QA Global Award at Novus Animal Nutrition. He has visited several countries on official basis like US, Singapore, Thailand, Bangladesh, Indonesia, Australia, Malaysia, and Sri Lanka. After his official retirement, he has started his own company by name Bharathy Agro Nutrition at Viluppuram. Known for his positive and humble attitude, dear audience, please join me in welcoming Mr. Vertivelan, sir. Sir, over to you, please. Thank you.
Sir, please unmute yourself, sir. Thank you. Yeah.
Sorry. Good afternoon to all. It's my pleasure to be here to share a few of my experience in the industrial experience last 3 decades. And I wanted to convey my thanks and gratitude for the management, principal, staff, and all the team members, students, especially Dr. Srinivasan, head of the department Biochemistry, and Dr. Kavitha, assistant professor, and Harini, she is introducing and organizing this webinar, and each and every one of the people who are joining this webinar, I would like to thank them, and I wanted to share a few of my experience throughout my career. So please ask me as much questions you want. If I am able to answer, I will answer it. If it's not so, if I am not having the answer now, maybe I can get you the answer in the future. So let me start with my presentation. It is not very well presented. I am just giving you my experience, what I have gone through. So that will make you to understand little bit about what is animal feed industry, animal feed supplement industry, why it is very important for us current scenario, and how this is going to help for the biochemistry students. Those things we will be explaining. And if you need any kind of new venture or any new startup required, maybe I have experience of my own with my Bharathy Agro nutrition, which I can share you and whatever the needful information. So let me start a small presentation which I prepared for you. Is it visible to everybody?
Not yet, sir. இன்னும் வரல சார். அது ஸ்கிரீன் ஷேர் பண்ணிக்கோங்க.
So
அந்த கீழே 3 டாட்ஸ் இருக்கும் பாருங்க.
yes.
அதை கிளிக் பண்ணீங்கன்னா ஸ்கிரீன் ஷேரிங்னு ஒரு ஆப்ஷன் இருக்கும்.
ஓகே.
ஸ்கிரீன் ஷேரிங்னே ஒரு அந்த ஏரோ மார்க் இருக்கும் பாருங்க. அந்த 3 டாட்டுக்கு பக்கத்துல ஒரு ஏரோ மார்க் இருக்கு பாருங்க.
ஓகே 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 ஓகே.
கிளிக் பண்ணீங்கன்னா பிரசன்ட் நவுன்னு இருக்கும். ஷேர் யுவர் ஸ்கிரீன்னு இருக்கும் அதுல.
ஓகே.
அதுல ஏதாவது ஒரு விண்டோவை சூஸ் பண்ணிட்டு நீங்க அதை ஷேர் பண்ணீங்கன்னா வரும்.
Yes, sir, it has come. Your slide is visible, sir.
Is it visible now?
Yes, sir.
Sir, you can be bilingual, sir. Tamil, English, ரெண்டுமே நீங்க.
Yeah, no problem. No problem. Yeah, no issue. Is it visible now, sir?
Sir, it is visible,
no?
Sir. Visible, sir.
Fine,
Yes, sir.
fine, fantastic. Yeah. Okay. So, as I understand, the topic has been given to me, building an innovation and product fit for the market. Now, I just bend the heading to the animal feed and feed supplement industry, innovative products fit for the Indian market. So this is going to be our topic for the next 30 minutes. So please take note of any questions. Maybe you can ask me in the end of the session so that I will be able to answer to you. So any kind of activity we start, we should have some aim. For example, in this webinar, I have set up a few aims. We should understand, or we should know after the end of this session, what is innovation, why innovation needs for the feed industry, what is feed, a different type of feed which is manufactured in the feed industry, how feed is manufactured, and what are feed supplements, and innovative idea in feed supplement industry, how biochemistry related to the feed industry, and opportunities for the biochemistry students in the feed and feed supplement industry. So these are the things we will be able to understand, maybe little bit understand whatever the subject which we are going to talk. So before going to the right subject, we will see where we are, and what is innovation. I just gone through many literature what is innovation. There are numerous of definitions are given. So one of the 2 definitions I have taken. Innovation is a creation of something that improves the way we live our lives. This is given by Barack Obama. And another one definition, innovation is any idea that adds value. So these are the simple, very simple definition for innovation. Okay. Now let us go to the product fit for market. The next, the subtopic which is given in the topic. So maybe I will give you a very, very short and brief example how the product has been innovated in any industry, whatever the industry which is been we are working out. So there is a group of team for each and every department. For example, I'll give you any feed industry. We have sales and marketing, we have finance department, we have R&D department, we have quality control, manufacturing, regulatory affairs, and so on. Supply chain, customer service, etc., etc. So there each and every department has a there will be head will be there. There will be call for a meeting called innovation or brainstorming call. So everybody will be assembling in a conference room, and that conference room, the sales and marketing team throws a challenge to the whole team. So whatever the pain they are understanding in the market, so they will come with the list of pains which customers are having. So they will come, bring the pains and give all the information one by one to all the team. Okay, this is the pain we are finding in the market. You guys has to give solution for that. That's it. This is a simple way of giving a challenge to the whole team. How now the R&D team will be working out, okay, what is the problem? And they will thoroughly go into that, what are the reasons for the problem, how we can able to control all those things. Once they come out with a certain formula, okay, so this is the product which can able to resolve the problem for the pain for the customers. So immediately the manufacturing team will take it. So how we can able to make this product. The procurement team will be coming for procuring the raw material. Manufacturing team will manufacture. The quality team will be analyzing what are the parameters we have to analyze for this quality parameter. So each and every department will be having a specific kind of activity which will be pointed out, and then they will be noting down, and then they will be working on it. So finally, they will make a product with the help of all the departments. They will make the product. The marketing team will be finding out what is the packing they required, what is the label required, and then what is the label size. And so it will be, the product is ready now. Now it goes to market. So before going to the market, there will be test marketing will be done. So the pain, whatever pain will be there, there is a technical team or R&D team will be there. They will be doing the trial, the same product, whatever been manufactured, and they will be trying in the field trial. So they will find out the solution. Okay, whatever the pain which has been told, which has been already resolved by this product, then they will see that, okay, this product is potential to resolve the market. Then this product is being sold in the market, and then all the customers buy this product. Initially, it will be very hesitant to buy, but as per the technical team, they will explain to the product all these technical literature and the goodness of the product, so that the customer buys first time. And if they are able to find out the pain is being resolved, then immediately the customer will be reordering. Then the success of the product ends with the sales. When the product has been sold very successfully, and the marketing team will come to the whole team that say that this product is fit for the market because we were able to resolve the pain of the customer. That is how any product is been, innovation happens in any company, and this is a small abbreviation about the how the product has been innovated. Okay, so let's go to the presentation. So let's see how the glance of India. Now we are seeing that what we are. Okay, so India has population of 1.35 billion people are there, and per capita income is $2,040 per year. That is the per capita income. How this income comes? Through agriculture, 16%, livestock industry, 36%, and then balance trading and other things, 19%, and then others. This is the way the income comes. So the GDP level is 2.7 trillion in the year of 2019, and then we are expecting in the year 2024 $5 trillion. The inflation rate, it's very small, which I have given 4 to 5, but it is go up to 10. The inflation, our gold reserves around 600 metric ton. I'm just giving a brief background so that you will understand, imagine where we are, how we are. Okay, we are where we are in the world ranking of the production. So India is #1 in the milk production. So you are amazed to see that. And we are #2 in the world for the aquaculture, with the freshwater aquaculture and then the fishing farming and then goat farms, population, everything. We are the second in the world. #3 in the world, we are egg production, we are third, and then broiler production #4. So this is the ranking, our position for the animal livestock industry. So I'm just going very quickly because the time is given only 30 minutes, so I have to finish it up. You can find out any questions, please make a note and then you ask me in the end of the session. So the importance of innovation in the animal feed industry, why it is important in the animal feed industry, innovation is why it is important. We can see that there is some reason behind it. So as Dr. Srinivasan has explained that the population is increasing. Yes, the India population is 1.3 billion 2020, and it is expected 1.44 billion in 25. We are expected to beat China in the way of population 2027. So you can imagine how fast we are growing. The population is growing, our population is exploding like that. So now the population is one side, it is increasing, and the other side, we have to, it's our responsibility to feed all the people who are there in the world. So in India, you can say in India. So how we can able to feed? Okay, one way we know that it is agriculture. We have to increase the productivity of agriculture and then making a agriculture products are available for the people to eat. So as you know very well, even for the last 2 decades, the land availability is not so much. It is shrinking day by day, and every urbanization is eating all the cultivated land. You know very well. So the agriculture, however, whatever the invention you do, and the land is decreasing, and then the agriculture, you cannot expect it to give that much product for feeding all the people. So it is very essential to see that the other alternative livestock industry, whether we can able to help the livestock industry to feed the people. So this is one example I have taken. Protein source need for the 1.37 billion people. So there is around 25 to 30 million metric ton of protein is required. So where we are getting this protein, it's very, very essential for our human being. So the first line which I can show you. So the first line, this is showing from the agriculture. So from wheat, rice, and then pulses put together, we are getting 15.7 million metric ton of protein source. You come to livestock milk production, as you know that we are #1. We are surplus of milk more than what we need, and then poultry industry is growing very well, and then egg production is also going very well, and fish also going. So put together 14.1 million metric ton of production is happening. So we are feeding the people with 30 million metric ton for 1.37 billion people with this agriculture as well as livestock. So this is the way we are expecting to feed the Indian people by increasing the productivity in the livestock. That is why the innovation is very important in the livestock industry. So now, what is the protein demand and supply? So we can just give a very short. So the milk per capita requirement as per ICMR recommendation 280 grams per day. But the availability is 394 grams. So we are surplus of milk. We have 14 grams per day per head is excess. So that we are exporting a lot of milk in different kind of. When we come to meat, the requirement is 11 kg, but availability is only 5.3 kg. So there is a lot of growth need to be happen. egg also the same way. It is need to 182 eggs per year, but we are having only 79 eggs. So that is why the milk, the growth rate is 6.47. The production is increasing year by year. The broiler production is 11%, and then egg production is 8.51% is increasing. So when we see that, as Dr. Srinivasan said, that the Indian people eating 50-50, it is not so, sir. Out of the world, we believe that India is a predominantly vegetarian country. The data shows that Telangana is 98.8% of non-vegetarian. West Bengal 98.55, Andhra Pradesh 98.25, Odisha, Kerala, and Tamil Nadu is 97.65. The vegetarian is little bit in the north. Rajasthan is 73.2% of vegetarian, Haryana 68.5, and then Punjab is 65.5. This is the scenario of the eating habit of India. Let's move fastly on what is feed. So the lot to go. That's why I'm just rushing up, and I'm just giving a few. This is not very important to you, just to for your understanding. The feed is the food which is being given to the livestock industry for animals, and we generally give plant cuts, grass, and hay and straw. Generally, that is our usual feed for the animal. But nowadays, modern feed, they have specifically formulated, very scientifically formulated, what is the exactly nutrients required for the each and every animal. It's been calculated, scientifically formulated. Much more than our human food, its animal food is being very scientifically formulated. And these are the ingredients which you can find it: corn, soybean, and so on, are the raw materials which is used for manufacturing of animal feed. The feed manufacturing, there is a different kind of feed is being manufactured, and it is being manufactured in the different industries. So there is a different type of feed. It's the beginners, growers, finishers. These are beginners means the chicks. I'm taking particularly on the poultry. Chicks, when it's a small, it is a beginner. The feed is different, and the growing stage, it is a different, and finishing stages are different. Let me give you a small explanation about the poultry, how it is being done. So when it's a poultry comes, chicken, when the small egg, from the egg it comes out, the small young one is around 5 to 7 grams, or to maximum 10 grams weight. This chick has to increase its weight from 5 grams to or 7 grams to 2 kg within 45 days. You imagine how fast it has to grow. So it's a lot of scientific research has happened, and it is still going on. The growth, how fast we have to happen. So the genetical modification. So genetic has very important role in the making of this kind of special kind of broiler, which is being developed for so enormous development within a short period. So there is a specific food is required for this development. That is why it is being very scientifically made. So we'll go deeply later. The picture which I am showing is, it's a picture of a feed which is a mash feed. This is for a small young ones which is being chicks which is being used with a feed. This is called mash feed. Just want to show you. So this is a feed called pellet feed. It is a concentrated feed which is being used for a growing and finished poultry. So why this is having a scientific and innovation? Because if you see that this feed, if a bird has to fill up its stomach, it takes more time to take from there, and then it will use lots of energy for eating itself. Now science has come, it's concentrated, and then they will make a bundle of feed, and then within a few minutes it will fill up the stomach, and then it will grow faster. That is why this innovation happened. It's called pellet feed. The process of flow chart. There's a storage bin. So you see this is the storage of raw material. It is generally grinded, and then there is a formulation of different raw material ingredients. It is blended together, and then the molasses is added, and it's conditioning. Conditioning is nothing but they will be adding some steam, and then it is cooked, and then it is pelletized. So it is coming like murukku. No, we used to do murukku puliyirudhu in our Tamil. So like that, they will stew this feed into a extruder so that it will come as a pellet. After that, it has to cool, and then it is packed and then sent to the market for sale. So this is an overview about the picture of a poultry feed manufacturing company in US, just for your understanding. There are different kinds of feeds are available, as I said, that for different livestock, pig, animal, or this one poultry industries. So you see that even for the pet industry, there is a huge amount of opportunities are there for feed manufacturing. So you can see the picture of all the feed available in the market. So it is a very big industry, and we were not being tapped fully enough. This is a storage where we used to store our feed for the long-term use. So let's come to the global feed industry. You go to the China, 180 million metric ton. It's the top number one. Then come to US, then Brazil. India is coming like equally with Mexico. So 32 million metric ton. So now you see that now after 2027 we are going to beat into the population China. Already China is the number one in the feed manufacturing, where we have to build up the gap so much to manufacture so much of feed, to grow so much of animals to feed the population which we are coming. So Indian feed industry, there is a broiler layer. Broiler is there is a broiler for the chicken, grows for the meat. Layer is for the egg, dairy for the milk, shrimp for the shrimp making, and fish. So this is the current scenario, and then we are expecting 2025 grows to this level, like double fold of broiler. These are the growth we are expecting in the field. So it is very fast growing. Now we have seen the feed, we are going for the feed supplement. So my full experience is in the feed supplement for last 2 decades. So this I am very much interested to explain to you how it is in feed supplement. Like food supplement, we know there is a lot of food supplement which is added nutritive value to our regular food. The same way feed supplement also, there are some additives which is added on the feed which improves the nutritive balance and performance of the total intended to be fed as a supplement. So this is the small explanation about the feed supplement. You see, there are different types of feed supplements available in the market. So just for your glance. So this is a very interesting subject which is for the biochemistry students, enzymes. So we are studying very what you call a lot of biomolecules in the biochemistry. You study about the protein, you study about RNA, DNA, glucose molecules, Krebs cycle, all protein synthesis, so many things, RNA, DNA, replication, so many things. So here there's a very simple enzyme which is we studied very well about deep how enzymes are produced, what is the function of enzyme, how it is being used. So this the feed industry is taken very intelligently, the enzymes used in the feed industry for their betterment. So why it is used in the feed industry, I just give you. So the main raw material for the poultry industry is the soybean. Soybean is used for protein content. It's around 45% of protein content, so that it is being used as a protein source for the poultry industry. So protein is one of the key raw material for making this feed. It is a chunk of pricing. It's high price raw material. So when you are increasing like 10% of addition of protein in the formulation, we have to add so much of soybean. The soybean is so high, so that now what to do? Okay, there is an innovation happen. Okay, there are all the feed whatever you are giving to the animal which is not digested completely. There are so much of undigested raw material which is coming out through the feces. So they find out, okay, why don't we see that all the raw material whichever we are giving or all the feed whichever we are giving to the animal need to be digested completely. There should not be any wastage compound. So they included the enzymes so that the enzymes help to digest fast and then assimilated, and all the nutrients have been assimilated in the body and it is being absorbed in the body. There is no wastage, very less, so that you save a lot of money. And in advance, there are some people go and then ask them, okay, you remove, if you are using 10% of protein, you remove 2% of protein out and you add our protease enzyme so that it gives the equivalent amount of 10% of whatever the protein source you need will be giving. The protease enzyme will add more digestion and then give the full nutrient, so that the people able to sell the protease enzyme and remove the protein chunk of amount of raw material use, and then protease enzymes will be not even 50% of the price of the soybean used, so that these enzymes are well welcomed by this feed industry, and then any feed which is being manufactured without enzyme is nothing is there. So this is a well fit product for the market, Indian market, feed market. This is a good innovation for the feed industry by the biochemistry. The help of biochemistry, this is a very good source. So let's come to the mineral. Mineral also a kind of biochemistry which has been very, very interesting. As I worked with a company called Novus last 13 years, there we are leader number 1 in the minerals. We are manufactured organic minerals. We import from US, we blend it in India and we sell it. So here, copper, zinc, manganese, selenium, boron, calcium, iron. These are the minerals which is being chelated. This is a very, very important technology which is used in the industry, chelation with organic molecules and make organic minerals, and which is being used in the animal industry. Very, very important technology. Antioxidants. So antioxidants, there's a lot of fat and oil is used in the feed industry, which is going rancid. You know, the rancid happens when the oxidation happens in the fat. This the rancidity will come, and rancidity comes, the palatability goes down. Then animal will not eat the feed. Then there is a lot of loss. So now we are adding a lot of antioxidants which is being synthesized in chemically, and it is used for quenching the oxidation, and then the oxidation will not happen and the product feed is stable for a long time and it is palatable. That is another kind of biotechnology used in this innovation used in the feed industry for manufacturing of antioxidants and used for the feed industry. So antifungal. Antifungal is a very, very big problem in the feed industry, which has been making a lot of problem in the chicken and all the feed industry. You see that the toxin is a very important culprit for killing of a lot of animals in the poultry industry. So that the biotechnology and the microbiology is come out with some of the problems of toxin, how to control the toxin. There are some propionic acid, formic acid, benzoic acid, so many other acids. In the combination of acids are used for controlling all this fungal contamination and bacterial contamination. So there is a toxin binder. When the fungus comes, there is a toxin. The toxin is a very important culprit which is been controlled by toxin binder, which is also another invention from the feed industry, which controls the toxins and then make the animal's productivity better. So salmonella, there are a lot of bacterial disease happens in the animal. It's a very big and a very big threat to the animal, which is being controlled by the anti-salmonellal product, like a lot of organic acids used for the controlling the salmonella and other pathogenic bacteria. So now we are coming to water sanitizer, and this is also another invention for people who use in the feed industry, water sanitation, because the poultry industry, the water contaminated and lot of loss will happen. So you know that the pathogenic bacteria will only survive in the higher pH. So now we understand the science of the bacterial living, and then we are adding some acidic product which decrease the pH of the water, so that the pathogenic bacteria will not live in this condition, so that the water is clean without pathogenic bacteria. So we are adding this sanitizer to control the pathogenic in the water. This is also another invention in the feed industry. There are probiotics which is used for the growth of livestock industry. And there is, I'm just getting fast because the time is getting short, so I have to finish. Sorry for the inconvenience. So this is another way of controlling of ammonia. This is a chart which I am going to share this presentation. Maybe if somebody is interested, you can go through after that. This is the controlling ammonia in the chicken, so that there is a control, biocontrol, which is used in the feed industry. So there is another interesting moisture optimization in the feed industry. There is in our Indian condition, the summertime, all the raw materials are the moisture level is around below 5%. When we make the feed with the 5% of moisture, the palatability of the feed is very difficult. You see that there are some people when they are eating biscuit or what you call the some of the food which is in a dry condition, they will dip into milk or coffee and then they eat it. So that why it is increasing the palatability by the moisture level. Like that, the innovation happens. They are just adding the water in the feed by increasing the water content into from 10 to 11%, so that the product, the feed is palatable. Now the invention happens. Just adding the water brings a lot of problems like the fungus, bacterial contamination. So what they did, they add some product which is controlling the bacteria and fungus inside the water. They mix it so that they will be adding the water, so that the water is being increasing the moisture level, palatable feed, and the animal eats very well, and then it grow very fast. There are a lot of opportunities lying for the biochemistry people, microbiology people for this industry. You can go through. There are so many opportunities are there. You can just go through this one. This is some of the company which I worked with. Eventually came in Neuberg, are all US-based companies, which is the feed industry, feed supplement industry. In India, there are feed industry, supplement industry. You can list out. This is the pictures about the supplements. Thank you so much. So,
Thank you, sir. That was an extremely informative and thought-provoking presentation. I'm sure our audience would have benefited from the knowledge you have gained. Trust that every interaction you have is an opportunity to make positive impact on others. I request the audience to put forth your questions. Those who are attending in YouTube streaming, please post your questions in the chat box.
Sir, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. Mr. Jain.
Sir, I'm Abhishek. Out about sir, what do we mean by feed grade urea, sir?
Sorry, feed grade?
Urea.
Okay. So feed grade urea. Okay. So in the dairy industry, they use urea for as an ammonia source for the milk production. So if we are using the urea in the agriculture, which cannot be used directly to the animal. So they used to coat some organic material in the urea so that it has been coated and it is slowly releasing the ammonia or nitrogen source for utilization of the animal, and it is used for production of milk. This is the feed grade urea. Thank you. It's a very good question.
Thank you, sir.
So myself Vignesh from second B.Sc. So I have a question. Animal.
Sorry, Vignesh, I'm not able to hear you.
Why is urea to animal feed?
Why?
Urea is added to animal feed, sir.
Yeah. As I said, as Mr. Jain has asked, in the dairy for dairy industry, so there is a high yielding, milk yielding animals are there. The availability of nitrogen for making this milk is very less in the feed whatever we are giving. So they are modifying urea in such a way that it is not harming to the animal, as well as it is giving a nitrogen source for making the milk. That is why this is being used. So we are mostly on the poultry feed section. However, the animal dairy industry, it is used to only this purpose.
Good afternoon, sir. I'm Dharashmi from second B.Sc Biochemistry. My question is, what are certified egg production flocks, sir?
Sorry, what are certified?
Egg production flocks.
Okay. So egg production flocks for certification, huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So there are new coming up with a lot of interesting organic feed as well as organic egg and all. There is a lot of controversy on egg is vegetarian or non-vegetarian or something like that. So there are some farmers who certifies by the authorities which has been high quantity of protein level as well as the scientific way of growing the animal without making any kind of industrial way production. So there are some certification authorities give certificate for those who are growing this kind of animals. So this is what I heard about this certification, but if something is more, maybe I can look into that and then I can get you answer. Certification flux. Hope I be able to give some answer, but I don't know whether she is satisfied with my answer or not. However,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm satisfied.
yeah.
Sir, thank you.
However,
Sir.
I can get you some more information in the later stage. But I have a lot of gut feeling that biochemistry people have a lot of openings, and you have ideas which we can able to get into this industry. It is very easy. You are studying in a very complicated subject, but when you come out from the college, you have to see a different kind of world. You go out and then see the real world. Definitely, you can able to find out a good picture. But you need to have a fire within you to come out with some kind of idea, so that you can try. It's a very interesting industry which you can go into that.
Sir, this is Harini from First Semester, sir.
Yes, Harini.
I have a question. What are the innovations that are going on with today's antibiotic-free chicken, sir?
Okay, that's a very good question. But nowadays, the antibiotic usage of animal industry is not recommended and not been growing progressively. The reason why the European Union has come out with prohibition of using antibiotic in the poultry industries. So now we are coming out to without antibiotic, how we can able to cope up with the growth of the animal. So now the antibiotic invention for the animal industry is not been progressively coming up. It is been neglected, and people also not want to antibiotic used in the animal industry. We are using some other ways like other organic acids are used for controlling the pathogenic bacteria or harmful bacteria which is been in the feed industry. So antibiotic usage is been neglected day by day. This is not promising.
Okay,
Thank you,
sir.
Karni.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Any more questions? So thank you very much for answering the questions with utmost sincerity. When you eat a fruit, remember the one who planted the tree. A little thankfulness can go a long way. Before ending the program, I call upon Ms. Kushbu, first M.Sc Biochemistry, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Gratitude makes us sense our past, brings peace for today, and creates a vision for tomorrow. I consider it a great opportunity and privilege to purpose a vote of thanks to all the members who have made it a memorable and successful day. I would like to thank our beloved Secretary, Sri Ashok Kumar Mundarji, and our Principal, Captain Dr. S. Santosh Babu, for their continuous guidance and supporting all our endeavors. I am privileged to thank Dr. P. Vidya, Convener of IIC, and Dr. R. Kumar, Vice President, IIC, for their valuable inputs. I'd like to thank our HOD sir for arranging this motivational and informative webinar on behalf of our institution. I would like to thank our speaker, Mr. V. Vechurevan sir, Managing Director, Bharathy Agro Nutrition Limited, for spending his valuable time with us and turn this day as a grand success. Last but not the least, I thank all the fellow participants who have taken part in today's webinar. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you, Kushbu. I request all of you to turn on your cameras for a short photo session.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir, for this excellent presentation. Thank you so much for spending your time. And
Thank you, ma'am. I'm really thankful for each and everyone who joined this meeting. I think I'm a little more faster. I know very well that I'm very, very fast in this presentation. However, the time has been given very limited. So that's why I felt that it is very important to complete the program within 30 minutes. So I have made my speech very fast. And
yes, sir.
if
Almost all the data with all the numerical data that you have presented, industrialist, which he will give that. In the same way, we had such a good exposure, deep insight, and also about the innovation, about the moisture content of the feed, all that you added. Really, it was an excellent thing, something new for us. Thank you so much,
this
sir.
is there are companies who are selling water because this is a very intelligent way of selling the water by adding the feed. So I wanted to explain a little more, but the time is very constrained. So within the time, whatever the capsule I can able to give you. So if any one of the students or anybody who was able to have a spark on this session, I'll be well happy to do that. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you to all. Bye-bye. Take care.
Thank you, sir. Do fill the feedback form in the chat box that has been posted to receive the certificate. Hope this session was very useful to all of you. Thank you once again. Have a nice day and happy weekend.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
All of you, please stay tuned until you have filled your feedback form.